That's why people bring dogs to a dog park, because it has fences, right? But that dog is not really practicing a healthy, social, animal-free lifestyle.
Hey, this is Kara. You're watching Really Famous, where you get to know your favorite celebrities on a really intimate level because, I was a therapist, so that's just how it goes. Right now, you're going to get to know Cesar Millan. In part 3, yes, there are 2 more talks, and I put links below if you'd like to check them out first, but you don't need to enjoy this part of our talk, where Cesar shares a bunch of dog tips and tells us how he's about to change the world. You will really get to know him. If you want to tap that like button, amazing. And if you want to drop a comment below about what you love about Cesar, that'd be cool. I would love to know. I have a couple of specific dog questions for you. Can I run them by you?
Yep.
One is specific to my dog. So it's Stella, and she's a black lab, and she's great. There's only one question I have. Why does she always want to get into the garbage can when we're out of the house? And not if we're out for a little bit. I feel like she knows if we're out for a long time, and we can put a barricade up, but she will still figure out how to get into that garbage can and take things out. She's very food motivated, but this is really the only thing that she ever does that she's not allowed to do.
Well, she's not allowed to do when you're not around. She doesn't know that when you're not around. So in her mind, there's food in there. My nose picked it up. I'm going to go and work at it. So she doesn't know that when you're not there that you don't want her to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she just wants the food and there's nothing else to do, so she goes for it?
Yeah, and she's not tired enough, or she has not used her nose enough. For her, it's, I already used my nose. I don't need to find anything else. So if Stella would do like search and rescue activities or finding certain things, and then the nose will be so tired that they don't do that.
Right.
It's like
so in all fairness, she only does it like once every few weeks it happens. I mean, she gets a lot of exercise and whatever else. Maybe once a month she'll do it. So yeah, what else can I do that's not a full thing to just stop that from happening?
Well, with the new technology that we just came out with, so the Roomba,
Yeah.
Okay. So the Roomba is a technology that helps you clean your house. So you can say, you know what, I want my house to be clean from this time to this time.
Right.
So this new technology, I'm part of it. It's called Halo.
Is this the Halo? Oh, Halo. Yeah. I wanted to ask you about that.
So this is, so the Halo is about rules, boundaries. So when you're there, you can provide the rules, boundaries, limitations, right? That's guidance. Yeah. You guiding. You can tell a human, hey, this is the rules, the boundaries, the limitations. So that gives them a sense of knowing how to be in that environment, right? So that's like a halo. You're protecting, you're giving direction, you're giving love. That's your job. Body, mind, heart, all of that is a halo. Well, when you're not there, how can you reinforce the rules, boundaries, limitations? So when you're there, you can clean the house. You don't need the Roomba. When you're not there, you need the Roomba. You see what I mean? So this is where technology can be helpful to you. Where you're not there, or when you go to new places and you want to create boundaries. So also the technology is you can go to the beach and you can say, I want my dog to be 20, 40 feet away from me. Even if I'm not looking, the technology will keep your dog inside the halo.
At the beach you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody listen, this is the land of the free, but no one is free. Okay. So even dogs, they have a leash law, and many dogs have never seen or touched the beach because their humans are afraid that they will run away. Okay. So many American dogs have not even gone to the beach of America. So they're not even going to go to Dominican Republic. They're not even going to go to Tahiti or none of the other exotic beaches. Okay, so if your dog cannot be in your local beach or in your community beach or in your country beach, you're not going to take them. You're not going to take. You see what I'm saying? So that means you don't understand how to establish boundaries. That's why people bring dogs to a dog park, because it has fences, right? But that dog is not really practicing a healthy social animal-free lifestyle. So what the technology is going to give you is going to give you access to freedom. But because your human is so disconnected of doing it with energy, body language, they need technology to help. Like so when you have kids and they're little, you give them a phone so you know where they are. So technology helps you know where your children are, right? So to
Yeah.
know where your dog is, and it gives you a peace of mind. That's just knowing where your dog is, and you can check your phone and track, just like you can track your kids, right? So nowadays people have dogs more than kids. So we are using that same technology. Obviously, dogs being a dog is nose. Obviously, dogs being a dog is mouth, right? And the bark. So all of those things, you have to help them not to use it, especially if you're not there. So with
Okay.
this technology, it's going to help you to understand how to keep them off away from the kitchen. Your dog should not go in the kitchen if you're not there, because otherwise he's invading instead of being inviting. So if you leave and your dog says kitchen is off limit, that becomes a mental challenge. He goes into a waiting state, and that gives him a homework. If your dog just goes in and out and everywhere in the house, your house becomes Chuck E. Cheese when you're not there. You see it? So it's
Yeah.
best that your dog practice rules, boundaries, limitations when you're not there, because that's going to keep your dog calm. You see it? And that means your house is going to be intact. The kitchen is going to be left alone. Your bedroom is going to be left alone. A certain couch is going to be left alone. That gives them homework.
Yeah. And a nice mental challenge. So what is this system that you have, the Halo system?
Well, it's technology that they communicates to the dog via satellite, right? Of course, you put it on your phone, because the phone is, you're going to take your phone. You're just going to program. So your dog, when you go to the beach, you create a boundary. When you're in the house, you have a little things that we have this big. It's called beacons. So if you don't want your dog to get closer to here, you just put the beacon right here, and the beacon will keep your dog 4, 5 feet, 10 feet away from it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so your dog will be having a like an invisible halo.
That makes sense. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So when a dog is chewing a bone, and is eating, and another dog wants to come and see what that bone is all about, the dog that has the bone is going to do this, and he's going to expend his energy, right? So that's going to tell the dog who wants to find out about the bone not to come in. That's a halo. You understand? So
Yeah.
in order for a dog to actually learn social behavior, he needs to be around dogs who are eating, who are playing, who are laying down. Not only dogs that are playing. You understand? A dog, so because they practice this halo, they practice this distance, they practice this boundary.
Right.
You know, when a dog is asleep, if he's asleep, he doesn't want to be bothered. Right? So puppies can come to a sleeping, sleeping dog, and they have to learn not to bother them. That energy becomes a halo. So family members, if they practice the same rules, boundaries, limitations, so it says mom and dad and 2 kids. If the kids are in front of the door and the dog is passing by, that kid become a source of no rules, boundaries, limitations. But if the kid practice rules, boundaries, limitations with the mom and the dad, and then the whole family becomes a halo. You see it? So you're nurturing this behavior. So when you are not there, you can use technology. So my goal to people is, you are the first technology, right? You are. Knowledge is part of your technology, of your data. Okay. And if you do it together as a family, now that dog will receive the same information, the same energy, and the same repetitions of don't go in the kitchen if he's not invited. So I have to go a little bit backwards because people are not working together. So for me to help dogs, I have to create a tool that helps me help people achieve rules, boundaries, limitations.
Got it. Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So this is something you can do. So you use your phone and you basically set it up wherever you need it. And then it is like an instant halo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you're not
cool.
related to it. You're not related. The environment is related. So then the dog is communicating with the environment. You know, so if a dog goes close to a cactus, he goes there once, right? After that, he knows that that plant that smells that way has this feeling, and that becomes a halo.
Yeah. So it's it goes along with the instincts. It goes along with nature. Exactly.
Yeah. If you use technology or a tool and affects nature, it's not going to benefit you. You know what I mean? So it's very important that even a leash, the people who are doing the leash the right way are people in dog shows.
So why? With it up at the top of the neck, right?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because number one, leashes are natural. Yes, it is. No dogs will ever buy a leash. No way. A mom of puppies or dogs will never go any store and say, I need leashes for my children. Right? So leash is not natural. So you have to make it natural. How do you make it natural? Well, the people who are doing it right now, the whole world can watch right now, is the dog show people. Why? Because they put the leash all the way in the top. What does that leash do all the way in the top? They do many things. They do three things. It removes the nose away from the ground. 60% of the brain is controlled by the nose. Also keeps a very proud position. That's why it's a show dog, right? They are triggered to be in a very proud position. Mm-hmm. Number three, you can guide them with 2 fingers. And you can stop them by pulling up. So you can move the brain and stop the brain in less than a second with very little guidance. So nose away from the ground, very proud and very gentle.
Right.
That's what that leash means. Focus, be proud, and follow.
Wait, there's more. If you haven't seen part 1 or part 2 of my talks with Cesar, now is the time. You will love them. I put links to both below. He opens up about so much: his personal life, the ups and downs in his career, regrets, his path to becoming a US citizen, and what he might have done differently. Just tap on the links in the description below, or you can also tap this little card up here. That's pretty handy too. I'm Cara. Please remember to subscribe for more intimate talks with your favorite celebrities. I drop a new video once or twice a week. And drop a comment below. I'd love to know what you think about this talk. I'm interested in thoughts and feelings, as you might have figured out by now. So let me know what you think.